we're open for business.
Previously on My Kitchen Rules.
2 entrees, 2 mains, 2 desserts.
Are we nervous? Hell yeah.
Our first ultimate instant restaurant lived up to its name.
There's $250,000 on the line. There is just no room for error today.
Are you going to be picky now, Kelly?
With so much at stake,
Not going to serve those up.
Paul and Blair felt the pressure of delivering double the dishes.
Crispy skin? No.
But their night ended sweetly.
Bloody hell, I can't follow this at all.
And the Surfer Dads posted a strong score of 70.
This has been bloody hard work, mate.
It is.
But with 4 teams left to cook, no one is safe, as the lowest scoring team will be eliminated. Tonight,
I'm not leaving this competition until those girls go home.
we're in WA.
They're not really the two faces I really want to see when I open my front door.
Can Chloe and Kelly win over their enemies?
It's so fine dining.
We're changing the world one palette at a time, Chloe.
Or will their bravado come back to bite them?
It's just not going crispy.
I don't know what to do. I don't understand why this isn't working. Of all the times not to work.
This is an absolute disaster.
This plate doesn't make sense whatsoever.
This is the best. This is the best night. This is the best. This is the best night. This is the best. And everything's alright. We live the best life. This is the best night of my life. This is the best night of my life.
This is the ultimate instant restaurant route. Being back in Perth, I think, puts even more pressure on us. WA's never even got close to winning My Kitchen Rules, and we gotta represent.
We just need to do what we've been doing in Kitchen HQ, because we've been smashing it there.
So there's no reason why we can't smash it here.
Yeah, just gotta show.
Chloe and Kelly really struggled with the instant restaurants early in the competition, so they're going to have to put everything they've learned on the line tonight to get them through.
Let's rock it.
We want to go all the way now. We've got this fire in our bellies. We're excited, and we can smell it. We're almost there.
But we're going to have a quick brekkie before we start shopping for the big day.
Being able to catch up with our friends is awesome.
Thanks, Ryan.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, my favourite. Cheers. Plan tonight.
We're hosting another instant restaurant.
Can you believe it? 3 times.
It's ultimate.
Ultimate?
Ultimate instant restaurant.
Ooh.
Yeah. Smash it, guys.
My kitchen, bitch. Yeah.
Being the ultimate instant restaurant round, we're definitely expecting better food than last time. I think they were chronic underperformers last time.
We're starting to show our creative flair, I think. Aren't we? We are.
They've definitely been cooking some great stuff at Kitchen HQ.
So, third time lucky,
Or
3 strikes you're out. Interesting night ahead.
We've got further than any other WA contestants. You're talented. Thank you. You're number 1. You're number 1.
Time to say goodbye.
We gotta get shopping.
We like to move it, move it. We like to move it.
A lot of pressure today.
Loads of pressure.
This is a proper restaurant. We've got an a la carte menu, and we know that our decadent fine dining food is going to win us a place in the finals.
Chloe and Kelly have always been adventurous with their foods, and when I'm reading this menu, ultimate indeed.
We're serving some pretty ballsy food today.
Final 5, you should be able to have a greater appreciation for food.
And I don't think they do, unfortunately.
We hope tonight that Chloe and Kelly don't do so well. If we were to say we want them to do well, then that wouldn't be a game. We're here to win the $250,000, and we want this more than anything, and we need to get Chloe and Kelly out.
This instant restaurant is completely
It's
different.
the ultimate instant restaurant. 2 entrees, 2 mains, and 2 desserts.
Come on, let's get this married.
Double the dishes, double the pressure, same amount of time.
All right.
We can really impress them tonight.
Oh, easily.
7 of the marin and even sizing, but as big as possible, please.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
For entree 1, we're serving poached marron with scallops and confit potatoes.
Marron is beautiful when cooked perfectly. Serve it with a scallop, caramelized on its sides, but if you overcook it, it'll be really tough and chewy. It's a big, amazing start. They're setting the bar very high.
Positive thinking, positive thinking.
Positive thinking. Please be there, please be there.
Please, everything's definitely going to be happy to see us.
Back again, yes. Do you have bone marrow?
Yes.
Yay! Oxtail?
Yes.
Entree number 2, we're serving oxtail and bone marrow.
It's a very interesting entree, the oxtail and bone marrow, because it's quite offal-inspired. I'm not sure whether that's the right move to do when you've got the other guest teams around the table judging your food.
Ladies, is this the way to America?
Oh, they look beautiful. I reckon if the twins see these bones on the plate, they might be a bit grossed out.
But they eat chicken off the bone.
True. I think it's just a bit different.
I don't know how developed their palates are, or they seem to be pretty sheltered in the types of food they like. But we're changing the world one palate at a time. Only like really experienced chefs use these sort of ingredients.
Tonight we are expecting exotic, indulgent, fine dining dishes. These girls are definitely a threat.
All right, we need to work fast.
All right, we need a trolley, Kel. This is our favourite deli in Perth. This has the most high-class ingredients. This is the ultimate instant restaurant round.
Oh, definitely.
So we have stepped it up.
You know, we like to use premium ingredients so that our instant restaurant is premium.
We're getting black truffles, truffle oil.
And we need elderflower. Get the one we usually use then.
For dessert number 1, we are making brioche donuts with elderflower curd.
Those girls are really thinking outside the box today. I'm not sure how they're going to create that elderflower curds. I'm hoping they won't use any artificial flavour or cordial.
Delicate taste of hand-picked elderflowers perfectly captures the essence of a warm summer day and relaxing evening. I love the flavour of elderflower. It's a little bit different. It's not a typical raspberry curd or a lemon curd.
Seen a lot of those in this competition. All right, I think we're pretty much done here, Chloe.
We were up first in the Ultimate Instant Restaurant round and got 70 out of 100.
You wouldn't wish a really bad night on anyone, but, you know, the reality for us is we'd love them to do really well and get a score of about 69. That'd be a nice night for us. And them. Well, actually, not so much for them.
All right, we're home. Let's do this.
It's time to get in the kitchen and get cooking.
Time started.
All right, we've got so much to do. Let's sort this kitchen out. 10 guests are arriving in 3 hours and we've got 6 courses to prep. This is the real deal.
So time in our kitchen, Chloe. These knives out. Let's go. We've got so much to prove and we're putting huge amounts of pressure on ourselves to make sure that this is absolutely perfect. What are you doing now?
I'm making ice cream, Kel.
All right, amazing. For dessert number 2, we are making truffle with truffle ice cream.
Using truffle in a dessert preparation, wow, that is so risky because too much and it can overpower the dessert and it's quite polarising. So people either love it or they hate it.
Oh my God, all I can smell is truffle. It's amazing. Truffles are a rare, decadent fungus.
Like a mushroom, kind of.
And also the name of a chocolate. We're combining the both to make a truffled chocolate truffle. And we're going to serve that with ice cream that also has truffle in it.
I don't want the truffle ice cream to be too overpowering. It needs to be subtle because our truffled truffle is going to have so much flavour in it.
Truffle ice cream is so fine dining, and getting the balance of flavour in ice cream with truffle, you'd need to be a fine dining chef to make sure you get it perfect. Oh wow, I love truffle.
Okay, I'm going to put the ice cream in the churner. I'm nervous about desserts. There's a lot of pressure. We did not cook one dessert in Kitchen HQ.
Yeah.
The only desserts we've ever cooked are the ones we've cooked in this kitchen, and let's face it, they haven't been that good.
No, they haven't.
This is the ultimate instant restaurant round, and a dessert needs to be perfect. There's no weak links left. There's no buffers.
There's a Helena and Vicky buffer.
So, Chloe, I'm going to get the marinade ready for our beautiful capretto, which is baby goat. It's an Italian-style dish.
Main number 1, we're making capretto, which is a baby goat with polenta.
So, Chloe, look, the marinating of this isn't essential because we are going to cook it in so many beautiful flavours, but it's just garlic, lemon and a bit of oregano.
We've got baby goat, which, if it's braised long enough and falling off the bone, it can be sensational.
That time's gone fast. All right, I'm just going to infuse our venison, our beautiful venison.
For main number 2, we are making venison fillet with blackberries.
I've just got a bit of juniper berries and some peppercorns on a beautiful venison, just to infuse a little bit of flavour.
The venison we have got is amazing. We're using some serious premium products here.
I'm so excited by this.
We're moving like madmen.
I know.
Venison fillet with blackberries sounds like a beautiful dish. Venison fillet, very lean meat, high in protein and iron, but they've got to make sure that they don't overcook it. It should be served rare.
Oh wow, this venison is going to be like off the hook, man.
We need to bring what we bring in HQ. We need to bring it home. And
Yeah.
I think we're doing that.
Yeah, I think we are too.
Chloe and Kelly, they've practiced a couple of times before in their instant restaurant rounds. It may give them an advantage, but today they have to do 6 dishes and the pressure is totally on.
The first instant restaurant, terrible, absolute flop. Second, a little bit better, 1 10 out of 10.
If we keep with our current trend, we should smash this one.
Oh yeah.
We've been on the rise since the start of the competition, and this Ultimate Instant Restaurant round will show why we're the ultimate team for the finals.
All right, we're going to brown off this beautiful oxtail for our entree.
Oh, look at that, caramelisation.
I know, how beautiful do they look? They're actually turning on a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oxtail is amazing to eat, but it needs to be cooked slowly. We want ours to be falling apart and melting off the bone.
I'm just trying to get a load of flavours to infuse with this beautiful oxtail, which are going to cook down loads and start to just sort of disintegrate with the meat.
You're doing such a good job, smashing it.
3 hours to cook in.
The plan is to have the bone marrow with the beautiful oxtails scooped over the top, and a couple of pieces of bread to mop up all the juice.
At our first restaurant, Chloe, we used store-bought puff pastry, and that got us into a lot of trouble. Never again.
This is the ultimate instant restaurant round. So we're making everything tonight. No cutting corners.
So good, Cal. I'm pretty confident with this bread. I've made it many times before.
Yeah.
In the past, Chloe and Kelly have used a lot of store-bought items, so I'm expecting tonight maybe something out of a packet. Let's just hope they choose a good brand.
We're about beautiful, decadent, different food.
Yeah. We're changing the world one palette at a time, Chloe.
It is the ultimate instant restaurant round, so people aren't going to be generous with their points to anyone.
We could have a part in saying goodbye to Chloe and Kelly tonight. We definitely can. They're nasty people.
We're coming into this to judge purely on the food and experience. Look, I think there may be people that will be a bit more ruthless.
I think the closer we get to the end of these instant restaurant rounds, the more you're going to see the claws coming out.
I'm not leaving this competition until those girls go home.
Coming up. Chloe and Kelly put their refined taste buds to the test.
This is fine dining, Kel.
The other team can play it safe with their one-pot wonders. That's not our style.
Will they change people's palates?
We're going to change their mind. We said this, and let's start with the girls with the one brain.
Or end up eating their words?
This plate doesn't make sense whatsoever.
You're just under 45 minutes till the guests arrive, Chloe. We really need to
push it.
I'm going to get on to the other dessert, which is brioche donuts with elderflower curd.
Brioche is typically a French bread that's sweet.
These brioche donuts are going to be beautiful and light and crispy.
The amount of butter in this brioche is just...
I know, all I can smell is your butter.
I then set the brioche aside and allow it to rise until I'm ready to fry the dessert.
All right, Kel, I'm going to get on to the elderflower curd.
To go with the brioche donuts, we are serving an elderflower curd.
We don't want this curd to be too sweet, Kel. We need it to have that real punch and beautiful flavour of elderflower.
The elderflower cordial is very sweet, so we need to make sure that we get the balance right.
It's a really refreshing flavour. I'm going to pop it in the fridge to set for dessert. Another element of dessert ticked off.
Ultimate instant restaurant, this has been an ultimate prep time as well.
Twice the amount of dishes in the same prep time.
This is insane.
But we've done okay.
We've done pretty well.
Come on, Kel, let's go get changed.
All right.
Yeah, take it easy. Stop slipping.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right,
now.
let's go.
Well, here we are again.
Let's go.
Spangled gowns upon the bevy of high browns, all misfits.
Hello, boys. You're looking very dapper.
Another it's
I'm excited because we're playing dress-ups.
Jaguar. Very nice.
Walking up to the house and seeing that car, we know we're in for a flashy evening.
Ah, less than a minute. Quick. I need lip balm. Lip balm's important.
with their noses.
The ultimate instant restaurant round is the hardest thing that we've faced, but we're going to smash it and prove that we're the best cooks in the competition.
The ultimate instant restaurant is pretty much in our hands. You know, we have the power to get rid of one team. This is our last opportunity. And if there's one team that we want out, it's definitely Chloe and Kelly.
They're here. We're in a good place.
They're not really the two faces I really want to see when I open my front door.
Hi. Whoa, that's the dress.
The first thing I want to do is just slam it back in their face.
Look at you. Wow.
Hi.
Up for the occasion.
Kelly does the best fake welcomes.
Hi, hello. That's gorgeous. Hello.
So pretty. Oh, look. I've never been to Nouveau before. It looks amazing. It's by the pool, it's outside. The room looks very elegant and a lot of attention to detail has been had.
I think Chloe and Kelly have got expensive taste.
Just as pretty as last time.
Oh, you're right.
I'm stuck.
El stiletto in the floorboard routine. Yes. Girls, if you need some chivalry action, you've only got to ask.
Anyway, carry on.
As you were.
Oh, no.
Hang on, Jess, stay there.
Maybe we should put a warning sign on the decking.
I don't think the mums wear heels very often.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Very Gatsby, it's very nice.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Ladies, welcome for the first time.
Welcome some people back to Nouveau.
Some people, I don't think we're welcome here anymore.
Thanks, girls. And it's our birthday.
It is.
Oh, wow.
It's Helena and Vicky's birthday.
It is too.
You're gonna be here.
I know.
Happy birthday. It's like the best birthday present ever.
The tension between Chloe and Kelly and Helena and Vicky tonight, you could cut it with a knife. It is awkward.
Our instant restaurant, number 3, has officially started.
Instant restaurant number 3, Chloe, is going to be our best instant restaurant by far. This is the one that's going to get us to the finals.
I think the teams around us now realise that we're on fire, and If I was another team in this top 5, I'd be scared of us too.
I reckon, Kel, we just go out there with the aim to just knock everyone's socks off, and if they don't enjoy the food, then that's their problem.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to start getting this capretto ready to go in the oven. For our main,
For our capretto, our baby goat, it's difficult to get the balance right between the wine and the aromatics. I want to make sure that we don't lose the beautiful flavour of the meat.
I need it to be nice and airtight.
I need to get this capretto in the oven for about 2 hours.
Beautiful.
Go, little capretto, go.
Capretto is a very risky protein. It's a baby goat, and if we don't cook this capretto perfectly, we're going to be in trouble.
All right, I'm going to put this bread in the oven.
Now that the capretto's in the oven, we can focus on our oxtail and bone marrow entree.
So are you timing that bread?
Yep. All right. We are serving our bone marrow in the bone. Hopefully it doesn't freak too many people out.
They'll get over it.
I need to trim the sinew off the bone because we are scooping the shredded oxtail on top of it. Delicious.
Helena and Vicky are not going to order bone marrow. They don't have a sophisticated palate at all. But I hope Helena and Vicky order the bone marrow as a strategic move because I think it's going to be hard to deny that it's tasty.
Fine dining and the meals that Kelly and I love to make are all about educating people's palates.
And if they don't like it, then they should go home.
It's always quite an experience coming back to Chloe and Kelly's instant restaurant.
Nice guy.
Pete and Manu are coming back for their 3rd visit to Nouveau.
It's got to be the best visit they've had so far.
The expectation couldn't be higher as the girls are fighting for a place in the finals.
Oh my God, they're actually here. Okay, all right. Where's our 10s, Manu?
Where's our 10?
We'll give you sauce if you give us 10s.
Yes.
We want to blow Pete and Manu's socks off.
Hi. Welcome back.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad yourself?
Hi, ladies. Hello.
What's cooking?
Oh, sorry, we're doing the dog. That was awkward. Yeah.
Good evening, bonsoir. Nice.
Very nice.
Looking pretty and beautiful.
Welcome back, Pete and Manu. 3rd time.
So if you would like to have a look at your menus.
It's an impressive menu.
Yeah, it's a pretty ballsy menu.
Looking at the menu, it doesn't surprise me. It's definitely a Chloe and Kelly menu. You know, the girls are definitely trying to be all la-di-da and classy, and I think it's a little bit of a show-off menu.
You have to decide on the same dish because we're only giving one score at the end of the night.
It's okay, we'll get that one and we'll get that one.
There definitely could be people that are ordering things that are tricky intentionally. We're just ordering stuff that we find interesting and would like to eat.
Now down to the business. We're going to start with the birthday girls.
Tonight we're going to be adventurous. We want to try foods we've never had before. You know, Chloe and Kelly keep saying they want to change our taste buds and we're going to play the game. But if we don't like the dish, we're definitely going to score low.
We would like to try the oxtail and bone marrow.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, as boring as it's now going to seem, we're going to go the exactly same thing.
the same.
Well, I would love to have the Marin, so no one else is. In order for us to score the entire menu, Manu and I have ordered a different entree, main and dessert.
And we'll go the venison fillet with blackberries.
Wow.
And for dessert, we'll have the truffle with truffle ice cream.
Wow, girls. I didn't pick that. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, girls. Stepping out of your comfort zone. But if this is a strategy, we've got news for you. Our cooking is going to blow your team's minds. Oh, one. Half a mind.
It's crazy. I can't believe everyone ordered the bone marrow. I'm proud of everybody.
I know. We're shocked. Everybody but Pete has ordered our oxtail and bone marrow entree. We thought people were going to shy away from that dish.
I cannot believe that Helena and Vicky ordered the oxtail and the bone marrow.
I'm really surprised.
That is incredible. But we're going to change their mind. We said this. We're going to change one palette at a time. And let's start with the girls with the one brain. I don't think Helena and Vicky have a sophisticated palette at all. But we can change it tonight and they give us 10 out of 10.
I think most definitely, Chloe. So, Chloe, this oxtail is coming out.
For our oxtail and bone marrow entree, the oxtail is one of our star dishes and we need to make sure it's absolutely perfect.
Oh!
The richness and full flavour of the oxtail mixed with the bone marrow, they almost become one and you get this creamy, rich and decadent dish.
Oh my goodness, that is delicious. Here, try some of this, Chloe. Look at it, it's just falling apart.
Oh, yum. Yum. Yay! Right, Kel, I'm going to get the bread out of the oven.
We really want to make sure this dish is absolutely perfect. It's going to 9 people around the table.
Bone marrow's got to go in for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's all beautiful and gelatinous.
Yep.
We've definitely got an interesting night on our hands.
It's a very ballsy menu.
It's what I expected from the girls, though. Like, they've done some big things in the kitchen, and this really shows us that, you know, this is where they want to go.
This is a big call for the girls tonight. Everyone's ordered the same entree. We're the odd ones out for the main. We've ordered the capretto, but then everyone's ordered the truffle dessert.
The fact that you pretty much all ordered the same, do you think it's going to be easier for the girls or harder?
Harder. You still have to do all the prep because they would have done 3 hours of not knowing what we're going to order.
If they nail their dishes, and there's so many of us picking the one thing, then they're going to score really well. However, the flip side of that is, if they don't nail it, then it's going the other way. So yeah, it can make it quite difficult for them.
All right, do you want to check the bone marrow?
Yeah, they're looking good.
I hope people love this, Kel.
They will. It's really, really rich. I know that, but that's what it's supposed to be. Nouveau, decadence.
The oxtail and bone marrow entree, it's just such a cool dish and we know people are going to love it.
So, Chloe, I'm mixing the oxtail through the reduced liquid from its cooking. We could just serve that.
I've got so many orders of oxtail and bone marrow, so I need to get started on plating them up. Okay, this is going to be a bit rustic.
It's a peasant-style dish.
You can probably start putting the parsley salad on.
All the elements on our oxtail and marrow dish work really well together. The parsley salad balances out that richness of the oxtail and bone marrow. And then you've got that bread to soak it all up with.
We want it all oozy or drippy. Everyone around that table is going to love this entree, especially Helena and Vicky. Now it's time to get on to preparing our only order for our poached marron entree. We've been confying our potatoes for hours, which is basically slow cooking in oil. So, Kel, I'm just frying off the confit potatoes and a bit of duck fat. Get it nice and crispy and full of flavour.
I poached the marron for 2 minutes in a seafood stock. Getting seafood cooked to perfection is a fine art. We've done really well with seafood so far in competition.
Time are done. These marron are done.
What's the flavour like?
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
I think we got it perfect.
All right, I'm going to start plating this marron.
Oh, we have to cook the scallops.
Oh, wow.
There's so many elements because there's so many freaking menus.
Can't believe we nearly forgot, like, a main element in the dish
I know,
title.
it's in the bloody dish title. I'm just going to caramelise the outside of these scallops. And we want still a little bit of opaqueness in the middle.
Lucky they only take a couple of minutes, so I'm just going to get them nice and caramelised and get this plate up.
Ooh. Oh, I didn't have to get the caramelisation I wanted.
The scallops aren't caramelising on the outside and I'm getting a bit frustrated.
Chloe, if the scallops aren't caramelised, like, Pete may mark it down.
These scallops aren't caramelising on the outside. I need to leave them on for a bit longer than usual. I just have to be super careful that I don't overcook them.
There they got the colour I want. I'm happy with these scallops, Chloe.
They look nice.
They're beautiful, perfect. Oh, they're hot.
I think it's pretty impressive what we've been able to pull off here. This is fine dining, Kel.
We're confident about these dishes. Look, marron's just so beautiful as long as it's cooked well.
All right, let's do this.
And bone marrow and oxtail looks awesome.
We have your first course for this evening.
I think these entrees have the potential to be 10 out of 10 dishes. Even our guests are going to think that these are 10 out of 10 dishes.
Thank you.
That bone marrow looks juicy, melting in your mouth. I hope it tastes as good as it looks.
I hate watching the judges eat your food. Sometimes they look as if they want to get up and slap your face.
What have you done to this beautiful produce?
Booze.
Chloe and Kelly, for entree, I chose oxtail and bone marrow. This is the reason why I do the job I do. The oxtail and the marrow just sticks together and you put it in your mouth on a piece of bread that I believe you made yourselves. Hello? That little parsley salad with a bit of zing of the zest and the lemon. It's just heaven. Heaven. I've got to say, I'm sorry if I said it to someone that was my favorite dish. This is now my favorite dish of the competition.
Chloe and Kelly, for entree, I chose poached marron with scallops and confit potatoes. To me, it felt like all your attention was on these, and this was a little bit of an afterthought. The marron itself was special, just delicate, falling apart. However, your scallop was overcooked and lacked seasoning. You've got 2 main courses to cook now. I want the same amount of love in both of those dishes as you gave to this bone marrow.
Thank you. Enjoy, guys.
After we received all the orders for the oxtail and bone marrow, I think we just kind of forgot about the marron.
So the marrow was a 10 out of 10, so at least all the guests ordered that.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
We never aim for great. We always aim for excellent. And it's because we put so much pressure on ourselves and we set such high bars for ourselves. But I think we should be happy with what we've achieved.
Look, we've just got to get onto the next courses and make sure they're perfect.
Both of them are perfect.
Both of them, yeah.
Bon appétit.
Thank you.
Delicious.
The first mouthful, look, it's very rich, fatty, sweet. Yeah, it's sort of gelatinous. And then when it's mixed with that beautiful tender meat, we love it.
I love bone marrow. It's beautiful.
It's delicious, isn't it?
I want more.
Oh, yum. Pretty obvious that everyone's thinking the same thing. Wow, and uh-oh. If they keep this going, we're in a world of hurt.
Yeah, I loved it. That was good. Just the juices that came out of it as well with some bread. Yeah.
I think Helena and Vicky gritting their teeth a little when they're saying, yum. Damn it.
It's pretty good. I like it.
So, Chloe, I need to trim off this venison because there's a little bit of sinew on it.
For our main course orders, we've got 3 capretto and 7 venison.
There's no room for error with venison. You've got to make sure that it's absolutely cooked to perfection.
This is a lot of orders for venison. It's going to take a lot of time to make sure all the meat's clean of sinew and that it's cooked perfectly.
Oh, the sinew on here.
Both our mains are risky. We've got venison and then baby goat.
So these roasted carrots, Chloe, are for the venison dish.
The other teams can play it safe with their one-pot wonders. That's not our style. Not ours.
Oh, capretto. Let's see how this capretto's looking.
The capretto has been in the oven for over 2 hours now, so it should be falling off the bone, melt in your mouth.
Can cook meat.
I start stripping the meat off the bone of the capretto, and
I'm not sure if the capretto's right, Chloe.
it's not looking as good as I originally thought.
It's a little tougher than I would have liked.
The capretto needs more cooking time. It needs to be perfect.
So what are we going to do about it?
What do you reckon we could do with that?
If we deliver food late tonight, they're going to mark us down.
I think once it goes back into that sauce.
Okay.
Do you want me to put it back into the sauce now so it cooks for longer?
The Ultimate Instant Restaurant Round is just so intense. There is so much on the line. This could mean us going through to the finals or being eliminated.
Chloe, I don't know what we can do to fix it.
Everything is riding on this.
Come on, we have to get going.
When every second and every dollar counts, ING Direct's everyday bank account really adds up.
I've taken the capretto out of the oven.
I'm not sure if the capretto's right, Chloe.
It hasn't been cooked evenly.
It's a little tougher than I would have liked.
I know that I know how to cook meat, but I'm just doubting myself from all this pressure. I just can't make my mind up what to do with this capretto.
So sauce or oven? I know. I need you to think a little bit for me. What do you think would be best?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
She is the meat girl. This is her protein, and I find it very difficult to make that decision for her.
I know, Chloe. So can we put it back in the oven, or?
I'm going into meltdown mode. I'm looking around aimlessly. I've just got my hands in a bowl of goat.
I'm just seeing who my hands in it. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so we need to make a decision. Yeah, we're going to put it back in the oven or are you going to put it into the sauce?
Just put it in the sauce?
That's what I would do, but...
Okay, let's do that.
This is the ultimate instant restaurant round. We're putting huge amounts of pressure on ourselves to make sure that this is absolutely perfect.
Let's hope for the best with that one.
We're going for the capretto.
The goat?
The goat. I'm hoping it's falling apart, which I assume, like being baby goat, it's going to be already quite a tender piece of meat.
Kelly's probably been to Italy and stayed on a farm, a goat farm. So we have high expectations of this main.
I think it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to eating it.
Capretto. Capretto.
Helena and Vicky, what have you chosen for main course?
We ordered the venison fillet with blackberries. I don't know about rare, though. A bit scared about that.
We obviously don't want Chloe and Kelly to go to the finals.
We may have to send it back if it's too rare.
If we're given bad food, then we have no choice but to lower the score.
So if you're worried about the venison and how it's cooked, why didn't you choose the goat?
Well, goat will fall apart no matter what, whereas the venison, we might not like it, so...
So you're hoping for that?
Maybe I am, yeah.
I'm sure that Helena and Vicky will be looking for faults, but I mean, look, I'm sure that Chloe and Kelly will do the same to them.
You know, we've had some misunderstandings with Chloe and Kelly, so if there's any team that we want to be strategic with, it's going to be Chloe and Kelly.
The one thing I like about the twins is their honesty. It's refreshing. You know exactly where they stand, and tonight's no different. They're an open book. More power to them.
People could have chosen the venison, Chloe, knowing that we've got to cook it to order, which, you know, isn't the easiest thing to do.
Venison has a very low fat content, so it can be quite tricky to cook. I just want to sear the outside and then put it in the oven to finish off the cooking process.
For me, I think venison should only be served rare.
It's so much harder having 2 options for each course. Right, I've got to get this polenta on. We thought the first round of instant restaurants was hard. There's 2 courses. Hard, man. It's a walk in the park compared to this.
So, Chloe, that venison stock, it's like absolutely lush.
To go with the venison, I'm making a blackberry sauce, which is venison stock and blackberries.
There's people out there that are looking for any reason to score us down.
At the end of the day, Kelly, our food is amazing.
They'll find a reason to take off scores, Chloe.
Oh, what is with this? Yeah. It just wants to get off your head.
Tonight, it's our birthday,
Happy birthday, ladies.
and we're turning the big 2-5.
Joyeux anniversaire, joyeux anniversaire, les jumelles. Joyeux anniversaire.
Happy birthday, girls.
Let the party begin.
Happy birthday, girls!
Manu singing us happy birthday in French is a memory we will never forget.
Anything sounds good in French.
Happy birthday, girls! 2 in a million! 2 in a million!
Best 25th birthday ever. Ever.
Helena and Vicky's birthday. No one played happy birthday for me.
The venison's out of the oven and I start slicing it up. The first bit looks beautiful, but there's inconsistencies.
More medium rare, isn't it?
Yeah, it's overcooked. You're right, Chloe.
Some are rare, some are medium rare, and some are even over medium rare.
Is that all the venison we've got?
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried that it's not enough for a main course. We're struggling to get enough venison to fill the plates. I'm not happy. It just looks pathetic, like it just doesn't even look like a main course. Very worried about how late it is and how little there is to eat. People are going to be absolutely starving.
Look, it's not the biggest main, but it's got loads and loads of flavour.
All right, there's nothing else we can do. Let's take it out to them. Go. Your mains are ready.
Taking the dish out, we're feeling deflated. I just hope that the capretto's cooked through and it's nice and tender. We know they're good dishes, but they're not excellent dishes. That's not Chloe and Kelly.
The venison mains actually look really pretty. Pretty small.
How many blackberries have you got?
Nah, 1.
I didn't know venison fillet was so small. Looks yummy though.
When the venison main hits the table, it's tiny.
Thanks, Chloe.
Well, looks nice.
Yes. I am secretly wishing I had the capretto because it's a lot bigger than mine and I'm hungry.
Manu's eating the venison and Pete's eating the capretto.
We know that the flavours are amazing. I just hope that the capretto's cooked through and it's nice and tender. And that the venison is perfect.
Chloe and Kelly, for main course, I chose capretto with polenta. I thought your goat was cooked to perfection. However, there was a lot of acidity in there. You have to cook the wine out because the acidity in that dish really overpowered the flavour of the goat. I think your polenta was well seasoned. It was delicious, actually. Like your entree, another brave choice to put on the restaurant menu, but it wasn't quite there.
Chloe and Kelly, for main course I had the venison fillet with blackberries. The venison itself is well cooked, melting in the mouth, beautiful. And that sauce was wonderful. But I would have loved to have a lot more sauce. I would have loved a bit more of everything. It was a bit kind of petite. It was a great main course, a few little thoughts.
Thank you. We're starting to get a bit more of a string in our step.
Okay. That wasn't a complete failure.
No, like, venison was cooked well, the sauce was nice. We should have put more on, damn it. We've had one great entree, 2 above average mains. Now if we have 2 excellent desserts, we will be on the top of the leaderboard.
Wasn't as bad as what we thought.
No. All right, let's just absolutely, like, smash this dessert. Okay.
It's not bad. Yeah. The goat, it's cooked perfectly.
There's a lot of meat, there's a lot of polenta, 2 things that we love, so yeah, we're happy.
Yours look a lot rarer than mine.
Helena's is pretty rare, yeah.
Yeah, yours is. Mine's not as rare
Mine's
as that.
not.
Unfortunately, I was told that the venison was going to be rare and mine was cooked medium. Not even medium rare. It was well overdone. But overall, great flavour combination.
Do you like her? No. Yeah, no, I don't at all, unfortunately.
Even though Manu thought it was okay, we're scoring as well. Sorry, girls, we don't like it.
It was really a small portion size. You can tell it was Chloe and Kelly on a plate,
Yeah,
very
definitely.
fancy, trying to show us that they're quite la-di-da when it comes to plating up.
I don't think I enjoyed the flavour combination with the blackberry and the venison.
We expected a lot from Maine, and it's a letdown. It wasn't worth the wait. The girls have definitely failed with it.
My favourite thing on the dish would have to be the carrots.
Yeah, the carrot was yum, so it's an okay dish.
Hey guys.
Thank you.
Sorry about the wait. We're clearing the plates, and Helena and Vicky still have a lot of venison on their plates. Not a fan, girls? They obviously didn't enjoy it.
You okay, Clover?
I don't think Helena and Vicky were ever going to like the venison. I just think they came into tonight
hoping to hate everything.
Do you reckon Helena and Vicky purposely ordered that so that, you know, they can mark it down and criticise it badly?
It's something they'll do.
Wait till we get to your restaurant.
Wow, look at that ice cream. Oh, that looks lush.
Everyone has ordered the truffle dessert. The truffle ice cream is ready to go, so I need to start making the truffle ganache for these truffled truffles. Ganache is basically chocolate and cream. We need to make sure that all the chocolate melts and we get a beautiful, shiny, glossy colour. And then we're going to put the white truffle shavings through it.
Every day we're truffling.
Chloe, some of the best chefs in the world crave to cook with white truffle. And here we are in like little old Perth cooking with them. It's phenomenal.
Manu, what does that imply, the truffled truffle?
The truffle, it's a chocolate ganache.
Oh.
And truffle, it means there's some real truffle in a chocolate truffle.
Can't wait to try our truffles with some shaved truffle and the truffle ganache and the truffle crumbs with the truffle ice cream and the truffleness of the truffled truffle.
However, there is another dessert and no one chose it, except for me. Why is that?
Well, my reason was simply because I've heard so much about truffles, I really wanted to try them.
Chloe and Kelly are definitely going to struggle in the kitchen, having to cook us all the same dish. They mess up this one dish, we could all be sending them home.
How's your truffle going, Bubba?
Yeah, I'm a bit worried that it doesn't seem to have the nice gloss on it. Looking down at the truffle ganache, it just looks split. It looks disgusting. It's not right.
There's a lot of pressure on dessert tonight. The only times we've cooked desserts in this whole competition is instant restaurants, and both of them haven't been great.
If we don't have the truffled truffle on our dessert, all we're saving is truffle ice cream and a bit of peculi.
Do you want to start again?
We got to start again.
Okay. Ugh.
I'm going to start making another batch of ganache. We're going to try and get this out as quick as possible. The second lot of ganache is just not looking right.
Oh, it's killing me. What's all that liquid stuff that's come out?
I don't know. It's like completely split. I can just see our spot in the top 4 just completely disappearing, and once again it's because of my dessert. I don't know what to do. Am I going to start again? I'm going to have to, yeah?
Yeah.
Batch number 3.
Chloe, third time's a charm.
We don't have enough white chocolate to make another batch, so this has to work. If we screw this up, then we could be eliminated. We can do this.
Yeah, we can.
And it's going to melt, and it's going to be beautiful.
We can bring it back, Chloe.
I think when our risks don't pay off, then we just think, why? Why can't we just do something simple and easy? But then
when we think about it, we wouldn't have it any other way.
Is it looking better, Clover?
It is looking better. It's starting to come back together.
The truffle dessert is actually starting to look all right. We know that the flavour's amazing.
It just looks a lot better.
Yeah. We can win this competition.
All right, I'm happy with that ganache in the fridge. All right, I am.
How long do you think we've been waiting?
2 hours.
I reckon nearly a...
What's going on?
I don't know.
I'm hungry.
Did they have to go and forage for the truffles?
I thought the dessert would have been the quickest one out.
Yeah, so did I. Maybe they went to France to get the truffles.
That'd take a while, wouldn't it?
It would take a while.
They had to go to the market, buy the pig, forage for the truffles,
Dig them up, clean them.
and bring them back.
I think, like, once you start getting hungry, you get grumpy, and by the time the food comes to you, you're sort of, like, a bit over it.
Hearing about the rest of the table getting cranky, having to wait this long for the dessert, it's a good thing. I'll wait 3 hours if I have to.
Will this affect anyone's scoring?
Who knows? We have waited a long time.
This dessert better be a knockout if they made us wait this long.
How long until you think we can pull this together?
Right, I've got to roll. The ganache is finally set for the truffle dessert. I need to roll into small little balls and cover with cocoa.
How's it looking, Chloe?
It's kind of falling apart. We were meant to come out here and prove ourselves, Kel. Yeah, but I've just absolutely butchered them. Our truffles are not perfect. They don't look good, but they're done. The brioche dough for the donuts that we made in prep is ready to go. All we need to do is fry off a couple of donuts for Pete and then we're done. We're finally finished. Easy.
How's your brioche looking, buddy?
It's just not going crispy. Can you believe it?
What do you mean they're not crispy?
Oh, they just don't have that.
I just don't understand why this isn't working of all the times not to wait.
This is an absolute disaster.
This dessert, seriously, everything that could go wrong is going wrong. It's like a curse.
What a disaster. We've got the curse of the desserts.
How's your brioche looking, buddy?
It's just not going crispy. This dessert is turning into an absolute disaster. The brioche donuts, they're not going crunchy. We need to make sure that they're nice and crunchy and have that beautiful crunch when you bite into them. I decided to put the temperature of the oil up. That's going to fix it.
They're raw.
The next lot of donuts are getting nice and crisp, but they're completely raw in the middle. Completely raw.
Can we make them smaller?
We decided to make smaller donuts, so there's not as much dough to have to cook, so we can get that perfect balance between the crunchy outside, but still cooking it in the middle. I think these ones are going to be okay.
This is the absolute toughest challenge yet, Chloe. Seriously.
We're almost ready to go. The brioche donuts have finally come together.
Let's hope Pete is happy with this dessert. It is delicious, Chloe. We know it's delicious.
The truffle ice cream is scooped into the ramekins, ready to go. We're almost there.
Chloe, this dessert could be what saves us.
We've got the ice cream on the side, a smear of pear coulis with a bit of the walnut crumb, and then a little truffle at the end.
Right, we're done, Kel. Let's take this out.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Such a relief when I hear the pitter-patter of their little heels on that deck coming over with our dessert.
Finally, your dessert for this evening.
Thank you.
Putting these dishes in front of Pete Manu is pretty nerve-wracking. This isn't just your normal instant restaurant. This determines whether we make the finals.
Yeah, my love.
Thank you.
Coming through.
Oh, thank you. Well, the truffle dessert gets placed in front of us, and we've just got one ball. That's a long wait for one ball.
At the end of this round, one team will be eliminated. The rest of the teams will go through to the finals. I think we're in with a chance.
Looking over at Pete's dessert, it looks like honey chicken. Are we in a Chinese restaurant?
Chloe and Kelly, for dessert, I chose the truffled truffle with truffle ice cream. The ice cream, for me, is to die for. It's rich in vanilla, creamy, soft, fluffy, and then you've got a little hint of that truffle just in the back of your palate. But you've ruined that ice cream and everything else on the plate. Truffle with truffle ice cream. You've put the word truffle 3 times in that sentence, and all I can taste is sugar, walnuts, and pear. This plate doesn't make sense whatsoever.
We knew that ice cream was amazing, but didn't think everything else was that bad.
Chloe and Kelly, for dessert, I chose brioche donuts with elderflower curd. I think they've got a beautiful crust on them. Golden, gorgeous, and looking at them, you just think, wow, they look delicious. Can't wait to try them. but they weren't cooked all the way through. And your elderflower curd, did you use elderflower cordial?
Yeah.
The curd tastes a bit fake, a bit sort of artificial flavoured. I think your curd was made to perfection, but you need to nail not only technique but flavour combinations as well.
The girls know they've stuffed up, and now they're hearing it from Pete and Manu, so it's hitting home pretty hard.
We did our best.
Definitely an A for effort. We're going to see what your final scores are.
This was Kitchen HQ. We could beat all the teams here.
Look, Pete and Manu said we're almost there. So it wasn't average. We weren't average. We weren't uninspiring.
The teams that haven't cooked have got no idea. I know we chose overly ambitious menus with a lot of elements, but I think that's what the judges are going to expect now.
I'm proud of you. You've done so well.
Proud of you too. Love you. Love you.
I feel really rude, but I don't like it.
It's shocking. No one looks impressed around the table. We're all screwing faces. We're all confused. What is this?
The white chocolate truffle just tastes like white chocolate, and I'm a bit confused as to how the whole thing links together, so it's a disappointment. I really didn't enjoy it.
I thought it was going to be like the truffles were the main thing, and there was just wine on the side.
I can see where the girls were going with it, and I have gone into eating this dish with an open mind, but I really can't say that I like it.
I like the truffle taste, but not with sweet stuff. I was looking forward to it, though. It wasn't worth the wait. The walnuts taste yum, and that's about it.
My favourite part of the whole dish was those walnuts. Crispy, yummy walnuts. Straight out the packet. Walnuts.
Chloe and Kelly will now be critiqued and given a score out of 10 by the guest teams.
So for entree, we chose the oxtail and bone marrow.
It was amazing. I loved every single thing on that plate.
Just melted in your mouth. They made their own bread, so it was technical but delicious and simple at the same time.
For me, we chose capretto, baby goat.
I thought it was totally delicious. It really was. The goat was cooked beautifully. The polenta was delicious. Overall,
Yeah, it was a beautiful dish.
I loved it.
Well, the venison, as a main, was just too small. I mean, it looked nice and the flavours were nice, but I felt very underwhelmed.
For dessert tonight, we chose the truffle with truffle ice cream.
Yes.
I think that was a bit of a disaster. It made no sense.
I didn't like it, not one bit. It was shocking.
I thought the girls were going to pick it up, but they obviously didn't. So.
They fell down 2 steps.
2, maybe a couple.
I think tonight's menu was just above average.
Yep. However, we had a fun night, so we're going to give Chloe and Kelly a 6 out of 10.
The night as a whole was a lot of fun.
But we waited ages and we finished on such a poor note.
Tonight, we're going to give Chloe and Kelly a 5.
I'm looking at an overall dinner experience, mate, and yes, the entree was good, that main was tasty but tiny, and that dessert, well, I didn't eat it. I'm walking out of here hungry. So for Chloe and Kelly's Instant Restaurant, we're going to give them a 4.
Vicky and I don't need to score strategically tonight. We have a reason now. The food was a letdown. So tonight, for Chloe and Kelly's Ultimate Instant Restaurant round, we're going to give them a 3.
Let's go. This is it. We're going to find out our fate. There were a few hiccups along the way, but we served some amazing fine dining dishes that this competition hasn't seen before.
I think we can still win this competition.
In Western Australia, fine diners Chloe and Kelly were confident they could conquer their biggest challenge yet.
This is the ultimate instant restaurant round. If I was another team in this top 5, I'd be scared of us too.
They planned a night of indulgence,
Only really experienced chefs use these sort of ingredients.
but their entrees received mixed reviews.
It's just heaven.
It felt like all your attention was on these, and this was a little bit of an afterthought.
Their mains put them back in the game,
The venison itself is well cooked.
Your goat was cooked to perfection.
but their desserts were far from first rate.
This plate doesn't make sense whatsoever.
To avoid the bottom of the leaderboard in the ultimate instant restaurant round, they must beat Paul and Blair's score of 70.
I think we're better cooks than Paul and Blair. Our food was a lot more experimental, it's different, but I think no matter what we cook today, some of the guest teams have definitely gone into this with a strategy.
The guest teams gave you a combined total score of 18 out of 40.
Seriously, that's all we get?
What is that?
I think it's intimidation. They know we've got the ability in us to go all the way.
And now it's our turn. We'll be scoring each dish out of 10.
Chloe and Kelly, for entree, I chose oxtail and bone marrow. Standout dish. Ticked all the boxes. Texture, flavor, sauce. Favorite dish of the competition so far. The score I'm giving you for your entree is a 10.
Thank you. 10. Favourite dish of the competition.
His favourite.
His, favourite. That's phenomenal.
Chloe and Kelly, for your entree, I chose to eat the poached marron with scallops and confit potatoes. I thought your marron was cooked to perfection. Unfortunately, your scallop was overcooked and lacked seasoning. The score I'm giving you for your entree this evening is a 6.
Obviously, a 10 is amazing. A 6, not so good, but it's not too bad.
Chloe and Kelly, for main course, I chose the venison fillet with blackberries. The venison cooked to perfection. And that sauce was gorgeous, really gorgeous. A little bit more would have been fantastic. You know how much I love my sauce. Very small negatives, but a great dish. The score I'm giving you for your main course tonight is an 8.
Thank you.
Chloe and Kelly, for main course, I chose the capretto with polenta. I thought the capretto was cooked beautifully. It was melt in the mouth. It was cooked for long enough without being dry. The polenta was well seasoned, and I wanted to go back for bite after bite. The only negative I have with that dish was a little bit too much acidity from the wine that you had in there. The score I'm giving you for your main course this evening is an 8.
Thank you. 2 8 main courses. That's pretty good.
Well, scores so far, the girls are looking like they're okay. They keep this sort of thing going, they are going to beat us.
Chloe and Kelly, for dessert, I chose the truffled truffle with truffle ice cream. If there was as much truffle as it's written on the menu, I would have been happy. But unfortunately, it was lost in most of your desserts. But thank God, the ice cream was just so beautiful, silky, soft, fluffy, and that little hint of truffle in there was just, I think, special. Having created this ice cream was very lucky for you and saved half your dish.
At least ice cream's perfect. Even brilliant chefs struggle with making an ice cream like that, Chloe.
The score I'm giving you for your dessert is a 5.
There's a little bit of light starting to flicker for us, isn't there?
There is, mate.
For dessert, brioche donut and elderflower curd. As far as technique goes, your brioche donuts, although they were golden on the outside, they're a little bit undercooked on the inside. Your elderflower curd, I think that was technically perfect. However, the elderflower syrup just let that component down. The score I'm giving you for your dessert this evening is a 4.
This is our 3rd instant restaurant, and we were meant to redeem ourselves. We've gone backwards.
So Chloe and Kelly, that gives your grand total score of 59. Which places you on the bottom of the leaderboard with 3 instant restaurants to go. Paul and Blair, with your score of 70, that means you're still safe and on the top of the leaderboard. You've made the top 4, so well done.
Congratulations.
Outstanding. We're going to the finals.
Who would have thought?
Well, no one. Maybe our wives, but we certainly didn't.
With Chloe and Kelly at the bottom of the leaderboard, they'll be eliminated unless one of the 3 remaining teams fails to top their score.
59 is a workable score. There's still 3 teams to cook. They're not aware of how hard it is to do this ultimate instant restaurant round. Some people are going to crumble a lot more than us.
Tyler and Bianca, you're next. Are you ready?
I don't think you can ever be ready for this kind of extreme pressure.
We're up next, and I am freaking out. See you, Mom. This is going to be the hardest day of our lives. This is going to take the cake.
That's what we wanted.
Let's just hope it gets us through.
Lowest group score, again.
Double the amount of work to do. Double the amount of dishes to cook. About the same amount of time.
Oh, they're burnt.
I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle with these 2 mains.
Just never had a disaster like this before.
I can't look at Thalia because I'm trying to pull myself together. It's fine. Let's just get this on and get it down. But all of a sudden, we have crumbled under the pressure and we can't bring it back. We have literally broken down in the middle of a challenge.
Let's just take it down. Nothing we can do. Okay, let's go.
Oh no.
It's gone. We're going home. Hey guys. Hey. Main course is served.
Ooh, there's been a whole heap of hurt in that kitchen.
To do so well all competition and then trip up on the most important night, it's horrible.
I just wanted to hug them.
After this, what could Manu and Pete possibly say? Who will win? My Kitchen Rules Finals returns Easter Monday.